All right, let's get started. Mr. Crumpholtz,
Good afternoon, Your Honor.
good afternoon. Does your client need an interpreter?
Yes, he does, Your Honor.
Okay. Your motion would indicate that he's bilingual.
He is, Your Honor, and he's really bilingual when it comes to his field of study, but when it comes to this sort of thing, he definitely needs an interpreter.
Okay. All right, if your client would turn his video on, and then we'll get started.
Si es que su cliente podría encender su cámara y luego vamos a empezar. Good afternoon, Judge. Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon. We're on the record in 24 CCR 242594, State of Texas versus Osvaldo Hernandez Elias. If I could have the interpreter raise her right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm that you will truly and accurately translate from English to Spanish and from Spanish to English, so help you God?
I do, Your Honor.
You want to state your name and license number for the record?
My apologies, Your Honor. My name is Pamela Pizzurro, license number LCI 2431.
All right, thank you. All right, Mr. Crumpholtz, we're here for your motion for travel. I've reviewed the motion, but please, let's take this slow because of the interpreter that is present and pause as much as you possibly can. All right, Pamela, go ahead.
Señor Crumpholtz, he revisado la moción que usted ha presentado para el viaje de su cliente. Le voy a dejar que dé su argumento acerca de la moción que ha presentado, pero por favor haga las pausas correspondientes para que la intérprete pueda realizar la interpretación.
Thank you, Your Honor. Yes, Your Honor, Mr. Hernandez Elias is a little bit different of a case. I want to start with his personal background and just cover that briefly.
Gracias, su señoría. El señor Hernández Elías es un caso un poco distinto. Quiero primero empezar un poco mencionando acerca de su caso y de su historia personal brevemente.
Mr. Hernandez Elias is 53 years old. He's married. He has two children. One is attending UT Austin. The other is at Westside High School.
El señor Hernández Elías tiene 53 años de edad, está casado, tiene dos hijos, uno de ellos está asistiendo a la Universidad UT en Austin y el otro hijo o hija está asistiendo a la secundaria Westside.
He's a naturalized U.S. citizen. He was accepted here on an L1 visa and then through the National Interest Waiver Program because he's an engineer.
Él está ha sacado su ciudadanía en los Estados Unidos y él fue aceptado en este país. Había una visa L1 a través de una dispensa internacional debido a que él es un ingeniero.
He's lived in the same home for almost 13 years in Harris County.
Él ha vivido en el mismo hogar por casi 13 años en el condado de Harris.
He has 2 master's degrees, one in environmental engineering, one in quality control.
Él tiene dos posgrados de máster. Uno de ellos es en ingeniería del medio ambiente y el otro es en calidad de control.
The company he works for now is the Derrick Corporation. Previously, he worked for Schlumberger.
La compañía para la que trabaja ahora mismo es Derrick Corporation. Antes de eso trabajaba para Lumberjay.
His company has offices all over the world and they conduct a lot of international business.
Su empresa tiene oficinas en todas partes del mundo y a menudo realizan negocios internacionales.
As part of his job requirements, he makes periodic trips to Mexico. He gives trainings there. He also sometimes performs consulting on drilling equipment that they are going to be selling to a Mexican client, for example.
Como parte de los requisitos de su trabajo, él realiza viajes periódicos a México para realizar ahí capacitaciones y a veces hace trabajos de consultoría en cuanto a equipo de taladros, a veces vendiéndolos a clientes que tienen México.
Mr. Hernandez Elias is here in court accused of a first-time offense. He is accused of driving while intoxicated with a high BAC.
El señor Hernández Elías está aquí acusado de un delito que ha cometido por primera vez. Él está acusado de conducir en estado de ebriedad con un alto nivel de alcoholemia.
And Your Honor, the reason I believe this motion is actually unopposed, and Mr. Hearn can correct me if I'm wrong, but Mr. Hernandez Elias has been a model defendant. He has complied with all of his bond conditions.
Y la razón por la que creo, señor juez, que esta moción no tiene oposición, y el señor fiscal me puede corregir si es que estoy equivocado, pero el señor Elías ha sido un acusado modelo, él ha cumplido con todas las condiciones de su fianza.
He has complied with the interlock requirement on his vehicle.
Él ha cumplido con el requisito de instalar un vehículo de bloqueo de encendido interlock en su vehículo.
And so given the personal history and also his compliance, I believe there is no danger that Mr. Hernandez Elias is going to represent any kind of flight risk.
Debido entonces a su historial personal y al cumplimiento que él ha tenido hasta la fecha, creo que él no impone ningún tipo de peligro con que el señor Hernández Elías sea o corra peligro de fuga.
And then as to the actual request, Your Honor, it is for a trip from March 3rd through March 7th is how we've made the request. Mr. Hernandez Elias has purchased a ticket for this, and I'm able to show the court that if you wish, Your Honor.
Y en cuanto a la solicitud, su señoría, esto es para un viaje que se realizaría del 3 de marzo al 7 de marzo, así es como hemos ingresado la solicitud. El señor Hernández Elías ya ha comprado un boleto y se lo puedo mostrar al tribunal si el juez me lo pide.
And Your Honor, if you have any specific questions about the nature of the trip, I'm happy to go into that. Mr. Hernandez Elias does have UAs scheduled on February the 28th and on March 10th.
Y su señoría, si es que usted tiene alguna pregunta en específico acerca de la razón del viaje, puedo darle más detalles al respecto. El señor Hernández Elías tiene un UA programado para el 28 de febrero y para el 10 de marzo.
And that completes my presentation, Your Honor.
Y eso completa mi presentación, su señoría.
State. Your Honor, to
Fiscalía.
back up what Mr. Krumpholz was saying, he is correct in saying that Mr. Hernandez Elias has no bond violations, has no criminal history. And because of that, we're comfortable with deferring to the court's judgment as to the travel with the requirement that he test both before and after he comes back.
Su señoría, para respaldar lo que el señor Crumples acaba de decir, es correcto él en decir que el señor Hernández Elías no ha presentado ninguna infracción a las condiciones de su fianza, ni tampoco tiene ningún tipo de antecedente penal. Por eso es la razón en que nos sentimos cómodos en dejarlo a decisión del juez y con respecto a la razón de su viaje, solamente con el requisito de que se haga las pruebas correspondientes antes y después de que se haya realizado el viaje.
Mr. Crumpholtz,
Yes,
Señor
Your Honor.
Crumples.
is your client going to lose his job if he doesn't go to Mexico?
¿Su cliente va a perder su trabajo si es que él no se va para México?
I do not know the answer to that, Judge.
No sé la respuesta a esa pregunta, juez.
And is he going to be conducting business the entire time he's there from March 3rd through March 7th?
Y él va a estar realizando negocios por el tiempo completo en el que va a estar él ahí desde el 3 de marzo hasta el 7 de marzo.
That is my understanding, Your Honor. He and several coworkers are providing a training on something called solid control equipment. Don't ask me too much what that is, but that is my understanding of this trip for its entirety.
Eso es lo que tengo entendido, juez. Él y otros colegas de él van a estar brindando capacitaciones allá acerca de un equipo de control sólido. No me haga muchas preguntas al respecto, su señoría, pero según tengo entendido, eso es lo que implica este viaje.
Is this going to be a regular thing where he needs to travel to Mexico every month, every other month, or something along those lines?
Esto va a ser algo periódico, que él va a necesitar viajar a México todos los meses, dejando un mes. ¿Va a ser algo periódico?
Your Honor, to be frank, I anticipate that it will. He had to make 4 of these trips last year. There's a national petroleum conference coming up in June. So I anticipate this will not be a one and done kind of thing.
Su señoría, para serle honesto, yo creo que sí va a hacerlo. El año pasado tuvo 4 viajes que realizó. Hay una conferencia petrolera a nivel nacional que va a ocurrir este junio, así que no creo que esta vaya a ser la única vez que esto suceda.
Normally, when I allow any travel for business related travel, it's 3 to 4 days.
Normalmente cuando yo permito cualquier tipo de viaje de negocios, normalmente es de 3 a 4 días.
You can tell me that with certainty that your client will need to be there every single day because of his work.
Usted me puede decir con seguridad, con certeza que su cliente va a necesitar estar ahí cada día de esos días por trabajo.
But Your Honor, I would be happy to discuss that briefly with Mr. Hernandez Elias, just to be sure that I'm providing accurate information, but
Su
You may
señoría, con
go ahead.
gusto hablaría de esto brevemente con el señor Elías, simplemente para asegurarme de que estoy brindando la información precisa.
You may ask your client.
Puedes hacerle la pregunta a su cliente.
señor Osvaldo, ¿me escucha?
Active su micrófono, señor.
Sí,
El-
escucho.
Todo
Yes,
el
I hear you.
viaje, todos los días del viaje son de negocios, ni un día de pasear o visitar a otras personas, algo así.
No, todos los días son de trabajo.
Mr. Crumpholtz, I know you are fluent in Spanish and used to be in Miss Pizarro's seat, but would you try to keep it English so we can get a proper record?
Of course, Your Honor.
Miss Pizarro will be happy to translate.
Mr. Hernandez Elias, can you please confirm for the court whether your entire trip will be business related or if you have any days set aside for non-business activities?
Señor Hernández Elías, ¿podría por favor confirmar con el tribunal que su viaje entero, todos los días de él, va a ser de negocios y que usted no tiene ningún día separado para realizar actividades que no involucren este negocio?
Y lo confirmo.
Yes, I can confirm.
All All right, since it's business related and it's a requirement of his job, I will allow him to travel. But that is the maximum number of days that I'm going to allow. And next time, if possible, any future requests, let's keep it to 3 to 4 days, if possible.
Muy bien, debido a que es un viaje relacionado con negocios y como es un requisito de su trabajo, voy a permitir el viaje por el máximo de días permitidos, pero la próxima vez, en el futuro, si es posible, manténganlo solamente entre 3 a 4 días como máximo, si es posible.
Your Honor, may I ask you if the scheduled UAs on 228 and 310 will be sufficient? I think we would need to scratch out something in the order if that's the case, or how would you like that done, Your Honor?
Su señoría, le podría preguntar si es que el horario que tenemos programado para las UAs del 28 de febrero y el 10 de marzo se va a quedar así o necesitamos poner algo en la orden si es que ese es el caso, juez.
No, we're going to leave the order as is. So he's going to have a UA done within 24 hours of returning back to Texas.
Muy bien, vamos a dejar la orden así como está. Va a tener un análisis de orina al regresar dentro de un periodo máximo de 24 horas después de que regrese a Texas.
On the back end, Judge, and then as far as the front end, did you want that within 24 hours as well, or is the 228 UA okay for the prior to the trip?
No,
Y juez, eso va a ser al regresar y al empezar el viaje, juez, ¿lo podemos dejar en el 28 de febrero o va a querer que lo cambiemos también de fecha?
the current scheduled UA before he leaves is fine. I'm more concerned about when he returns back.
El horario actual que tenemos, la programación actual que tenemos antes de que viaje está bien. Me preocupa más el análisis de orina que va a tener cuando él regrese.
I've adjusted the order to represent or to go along with my ruling.
Estoy ajustando la orden para representar o para confirmar lo que es el fallo que estoy haciendo.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Gracias, su señoría.
Anything further, Mr. Crumpholz?
¿Algo más, señor Crumples?
Nothing from the defense, Your Honor.
Nada más de la defensa, su señoría.
All right. Thank you. You are free to go. You and your client both.
Muy bien, gracias. Usted y su cliente ya se pueden retirar.
Thank you, Your Honor. You'll take
Gracias, su señoría.
He's free to go. Ms. Mazzuro, you're free to go. I don't believe we have anything else.
I thought there was one more, Judge, but if you are releasing me, I have another trial to go.
Sarah?
No?
The only thing we have is a PASH-2 interpreter needed on a case.
Okay. I am going to trust that it's already provided, Judge, but if not, Sarah, please text me and I will get you one immediately.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
For the PASH-2. Got it. All right, next one.
Judge, can you hear me?
I can, but where's Ms. Hicks?
Your Honor, Ms. Hicks is in a bench trial in court 2, so covering will be Ms. ADA Julia Keck.
All right, very good. Y'all want to switch seats with her so she can use
Yes,
the
Your Honor,
microphone?
very well.
K-E-C-K. Thank you.
Your timing's perfect, Judge.
All right, we're on the record in 24 CCR 241844, State of Texas versus Michael Glenn Wallman. Mr. Capetillo, you have filed, well, you've actually filed two motions for international travel, but I assume we're going to proceed on the one filed on 218.
Yes, sir. My staff accidentally put an agreed motion that was not agreed, so we just refiled it as the regular motion.
Okay. All right, then you may proceed with your argument.
So, Judge, as I stated in my motion, they'd had these two trips planned prior to the arrests on September 25th. During Magistrate Judge Jaramillo, I knew about two of them or three of them, and so we had got travel for some of the dates already set up. These are two additional dates. The first one is departing April 17th, 2025, returning April 21st, 2025 to Cabo San Lucas. It's a family trip for Easter break, as well as to visit the site of their deceased daughter's ashes where they spread them. So that's a very important trip for the entire family. The second trip is a 20th wedding anniversary that is set to depart July 5th of this year and return July 15th. They're going to be doing a little travel from Houston to Rome to Athens and back to Houston. I went ahead and asked for both of these. I know they're both out. Well, one is in April, the other in July is a little bit further out. The state, as you're well aware, has been very occupied with their cases. And so I've been pushing for them to look at this case sooner rather than later. But given how everything has been working right now, I'm not sure when that is. And short of me setting this case for trial, Judge, I don't know the state's availability to take a look at this case and dispose of it prior to these dates. So that's why I'm filing these motions now, because I know these are big trips for the family, expensive trips for the family. And if they had to make different arrangements, they need to know about that now, sir.
Question. Who is Kristen Wallman?
That is the CW, in this case, the wife of Mr. Wallman, and she is present on the Zoom.
Has the bond conditions been modified in this case?
The original bond conditions were to have no threatening, harassing, abusive contact, to remain inside the state of Texas, and then I believe that's
They
it.
say. The
Say that
suspect,
again, sir?
no contact or attempted contact, whether in person, by electronic communication, in writing, through a third party, or otherwise with the complainant, Kristen Wallman. And then it goes on to say in a threatening, harassing, or abusive manner. State,
Yes, Your Honor.
your response to all of this.
Your Honor, I believe that condition 3 was amended so that there would be contact as long as there was no threatening, harassing, or abusive contact. As far as our position,
I wish it was better written than that, because it makes no sense right now the way it is. Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry to interrupt you.
as far as our position on travel, the state defers to the court discretion. However, we do ask that if travel is allowed, that there would be testing before and after, and that the defendant provide his itinerary to his pre-trial supervision officer.
Neither one of those is a problem for us, Judge.
So they want to go to Cabo San Lucas in March, or excuse me, April.
April, sir. Yes, sir.
And another trip to Rome and Greece in July.
Yes, sir.
And these are vacations.
Family vacations, Judge. The first one, I wouldn't consider it a vacation as much. The second one is a 20th wedding anniversary with the entire family. There are three children and two parents.
This first one, are they going to spread their daughter's ashes? I'm trying to make sure I'm just clear on what's going on.
No, sir, they're going to visit the site of where the daughter's ashes have been spread.
And they need 5 days in Cabo.
Yes, sir, that's the trip they had previously planned. I believe I wrote the dates.
I
in-
see them. I'm looking at them right now.
Yes, sir.
Can somebody fix that other screen? Three days in Cabo for their visit to their daughter's ashes, but I'm denying the second trip at this time. So they can have the 17th, 18th, and 19th.
So cut their short, to be clear, Judge, you're asking for them to cut their scheduled trip short, depart on the same date, but come back 2 days earlier?
They can travel the 17th, 18th, and 19th. So yes, they'd have to come back earlier.
So that'd be one travel day on each side and 1 day there.
Visit their daughter's ashes. That's correct.
When can I reapproach on the second travel date, Judge, assuming, basically at this point, Judge, we'd like to set this case for trial as soon as possible.
When's their arraignment date? When's his
The
arraignment date?
date has already passed, Your Honor. The state has provided all of the, well,
So he's got a trial date of November right now.
correct. I
And-
believe, Judge, they were leaving on the 17th late that evening after school, so really not much of a date there. They're planning this around Easter and the children's schooling. And as you know, Judge, traveling with 3 children, it's a lot to deal with, especially given the nature of the travel. The daughter that passed was 3 years old at the time of her passing.
I understand that. My condolences to them. But I'm going to stick with the 3 dates, 3 days. 17th, 18th, and 19th. And then you can reapproach on the next one. Well, May or June. And then if you want, we can give you a trial date sooner than November.
Yes, sir. Your earliest available, please.
You want to do that now?
Yes, sir.
Let's do this because I'm going to need new docket control order signed.
Yes, sir.
Let me pull up my calendar. Do they want to come in this Friday or next Friday to have a docket control order signed, a new one?
Mr. Wallman, could you be available to come in this Friday?
Yes, sir.
I'll
Okay.
see you and your client Friday morning to sign a new docket control order, and we'll give you a new trial date on that morning. And we'll discuss in person any dates any conflicts with dates you may have already with trial. Mr. Captillo.
Yes, sir.
All right. Anything further?
No, sir. We may be excused.
State anything further?
Nothing further, Your Honor.
All right, you may be excused. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Can you hear me?
I can. All right, we're on the record in 24 CCR 239944, State of Texas versus Mohammed Yusuf Hamat.
او قضیه پیل شوه د دغه وای دغه قضیه چې دی د ټکساس د ایالات د همت محمد یوسف همت په مقابل کې او د قضیه شماره هم چې دی 23 سی سی آر 29 سلور سلور.
I could have the interpreter raise his right hand to be sworn.
Indeed, Your Honor.
Do you solemnly swear or affirm that you will truly and accurately translate from English to Pashto and from Pashto to English, so help you God?
I do, Your Honor.
Very good.
Thank you.
All right. Ms. Norman, if you would please give the court an update on this case, please pause for interpretation.
او
Yes,
د هغه
Judge.
لپاره Your Honor, I'm so sorry. د هغه لپاره هم وکیل صاحب ته نورته هم ویل چې تاسو مهرباني وکړئ هغه کوم نوي تازه معلومات چې لرئ تاسو مهرباني وکړئ د موږ سره شریک کړئ.
Good afternoon. I was recently appointed to represent Mr. Hemmett. He is previously represented by Judge Duckett.
او زه چې ما اوس وټاکل شوم زه د همت صاحب نوي وکیل یم او هغې نمایندګي کوم. پخوا چې د قاضي صاحب ډکټ دغه قضیه لاندې وه.
I have received discovery on the case and am in process of reviewing that.
ما ته چې د هغه کوم شواهد یا مدرک ثبوتونه ما ته یې راکړي دي او زه هغه ټول بررسي کوم.
I've had an introductory meeting with Mr. Hemmett and have answered his questions thus far on the proceedings.
او فی الحال پوره ما د همت صاحب سره ابتدایي ملاقات کړی دی او مونږ کوم هغې کوم ایمان چې کوم سوالونه کړي دي هغې جوابونه هم ما ورته ورکړل.
I also submitted a immigration consultation with the public defender's office last week.
او بل هم د هغه لپاره د مهاجرت وکیل لپاره هم ما ورته یو څوک معرفي کړ او تېرې هفتې مونږ هغې په اړه هم هغې سره خبره وکړې.
And that's where I stand on everything.
فی الحال دغه ټول معلومات چې دي دغه وي قاضي صاحب چې مونږ تاسو ته وړاندې کړل.
All right.
صحیح.
How long are they taking for an immigration consult?
It's been usually around 3 to 4 weeks at the most.
او قاضي صاحب پوښتنه وکړه چې مطلب دغه تاسې چې د مهاجرتو وکیل سره دغه کس معرفي کړی دی څومره وخت مو ونیسي چې هغه وکولی شي چې همت صاحب سره مشوره وکړي. هغې ورته په جواب ورته وویل 3 تر 4 هفتې پوره.
All right, Ms. Norman, thank you for the update. His next status hearing is on April 22nd.
Thank you, Judge.
هغې مس نور ته هم دغه ویل چې مننه ستاسو نه هم چې دغه تاسو موږ ته معلومات راکړه. بعدا د هغې نه تاسو سره بیا یو جلسه لري د اپریل 22 تاریخ نه. ای مننه قاضي صاحب.
All right, Mr. Derwazi, thank you for your assistance today. You can tell the defendant he's free to go.
Thank you very much, Your Honor. او قاضي صاحب هم درناوی کوي او تاسو ته وایي چې محمد امت صاحب تاسو کولی شئ چې هم خپل ځان رخصت کړئ. خیر اوسئ. خدای په امان.
خدای پامان. خدای پامان.
خدای په امان. Take care.
مننه
Thank
کوم.
you, Judge.
Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Stacia, please turn on your video. Please turn on your camera. We're on the record in 24 CCR 240380, State of Texas versus Isaac Alexander. Stacia. Mr. Stevens, if you care to give the court an update.
I think that I've received all the discovery, Judge. This is either going to be tried or dismissed.
Do you have an offer?
I think we have an offer, but there is no offer that will be acceptable, Judge.
State, anything you want to add?
We do, the current offer was, deferred adjudication, 18 months. As that has been rejected, we invited the, defense to send us mitigation materials to see if we could come to a new agreement. However, if this case needs to go to trial, that is, acceptable to the state.
Trial date's July 29th. Pre-trial is on July 10th.
Thank you, Judge.
We'll see you then. Thank you. Mr. Zuniga. Mr. Zuniga, you there? Mr. Zuniga, are you there? You're muted.
There you go. Can you hear me okay?
I can. Is your
Great.
client with you?
He's not. He should be on the queue.
He is not.
He's not. He was in communication with me earlier. Let me see if I can get him to join really quick.
We'll come back to you.
All right. Thank you.
Next case. Mana, you need to turn your camera on. We're on the record in 24 CCR 239025, State of Texas versus Rudy Umana. Mr. Ramirez, if you'd care to give the court an update on this case.
Yes, Judge. I think we received all the discovery and we're just going through it all and trying to get to a resolution with the state here before the next setting.
Do you have an offer?
Yes, Your Honor, the state does have an offer. The state has offered for the defendant to be screened, completed TRAS for the Safe Start DWI diversion program.
Are you providing that to defense counsel already?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. All right. Next court setting is going to be on April 24th.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Hopefully y'all can have it resolved by then. Have a good one.
Right,
Where to go?
We excused?
Yes, you are.
Thank you.
Walker.
Oh, God.
We're on the record in 24 CCR 240189, State of Texas versus IKEA, Trayshawn Walker. Mr. Longmiles, if you care to give the court a status update.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. How are you?
I'm good.
I received this morning actually the next steps in regards to the PTI program. And so one, I need to convey those steps to my client. Also, I'm simultaneously still reviewing certain things and I wish to bring it to the state's attention as well. By in writing as opposed to via Zoom.
Okay. Do you anticipate that your client will have entered into a PTI program by the next court setting?
Yes, Your Honor. If that is her final decision, yes, Your Honor. Everything should be taken care of.
Next court setting is on April 24th.
Thank you, Your Honor. May I be excused?
Yes, you may.
Have a great one.
Hawthorne. Yep. Mr. Martinez, Desmond Hawthorne. On the record in 24 CCR 240178, State of Texas versus Desmond Hawthorne. Mr. Martinez, would you care to give the court an update?
Yes, Your Honor. I spoke to her. I received an offer from her this morning, as well as prior to this setting, what was anything lingering as discovery has been shared recently. I would like some time to actually talk about that. See, I know that we have other dates planned in the future, but as of right now, I just received the recommendation.
Okay. All right. Next court setting for Mr. Hawthorne is April 24th. Thank you for the update. Bring in the next case. We're on the record in 24 CCR 239, 469, and 470, State of Texas versus Alexander John Christian Wright.
The recommendation that we actually accepted, trying to do the case in December, when Mr. Scoville was here, due to a injury that happened right before we had the setting around, we actually passed it. I was able to speak to Mr. Wright yesterday. He's still interested in taking the plea offer. It's just trying to figure out a date we can get him up here because the injury that happened was a disc bulge. He's been working through with that because I guess health insurance is what health insurance does. But he is interested in taking the plea offer, offer for deferred, And I was just trying to convey to the new prosecutor on it yesterday. I was trying to clear up any confusion I gave him. But that's where we're at.
Do we want to try to figure that out now while he's here?
We can if that's,
Sarah, give me 2 dates. That gives him some time to get any issues figured out.
Transportation, Your Honor.
Mr. Wright, does any of those dates work for you, March 13th or 18th? You'll need to unmute yourself, sir. Mr. Wright, you're still muted. There we go. Go ahead.
Okay, you said what, 13th or the 18th?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Those, either the 18th would be fine.
I think he said 18th.
Oh, sorry, it was kind of garbled from you.
Okay. What time was that again? 1:30? 9 o'clock. All right. March 18th at 9 a.m. You're set for a plea.
Okay, would you guys need me to bring my medical information?
I can't. Mr. Wright, I'm having a very hard time understanding what you're saying.
Oh, I'm sorry. Would you hold on? Give me a second. Let me think.
Talk
Okay.
to Mr. Wright,
Yeah.
talk to your lawyer. Okay.
Okay. That's fine. I was just asking about my medical information.
Talk to your lawyer.
Yes, sir. Can do.
All right.
Thank you.
You're free to go. Mr. Fillmore, turn your camera on, please. We're on the record in 24 CCR 240057, State of Texas versus Philip Albert Fillmore. Mr. Martinez.
You're reviewing the complaint and sharing the brochure that was initially given to us by the DA's office. He actually we're moving towards trial here on it. He will reject that. I did tell Rodney about that.
I think it was, yes.
I know I think it is a trial here on it.
July 29th. All right. Thank you for the update. Next court setting is April 22nd. Yes, you may. Mr. Brown, you need to turn your camera on, please. All right. We're on the record in 24 CCR 240207, State of Texas versus Melvin Lewis Brown. Ms. Boy, if you'd give the court an update.
Yes, Judge, we have all the discovery. User error. I've emailed Ms. Miri a couple of times, and for some reason, when you get the address wrong, Fort Bend didn't bounce back to me for like 48 hours. So I tried again last week and it didn't bounce back till Saturday. But I have everything. I just need to get with her and get her my mitigation packet before our next meeting so that we can discuss it.
Your Honor, the prosecutor she's speaking of doesn't work for our office anymore. She will want to contact Ms. Taylor Hicks. It is my understanding that Taylor will be attempting to convey an offer over within the next week. I have it prepared if you'd like me to orally give it, or we can send her an email later.
Just send her an email. Ms. Foy,
Can you?
send you
Oh,
an
I'm sorry,
email,
Judge.
and the new prosecutor will reach out to you.
Okay, it's Taylor, Taylor.
Taylor Hicks, Hicks.
Thank you. That explains why I hadn't heard anything.
And that would do it.
All right.
All right. Thank you for the update. You and your client are free to go.
Thank you, Judge.
I have a quick question.
Is it for me? I can call you. I'll call you when we get off of here.
Okay, is it about the schedule to the virtual for the PO officer?
No, I thought you had that. Well, I'll call you when we get off of here.
Okay, no problem.
Judge.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a great day.
All right. Mr. Moore, why don't you grab a seat right next to that microphone? Oh, his client is too? All right, bring her on up. You can stand next to her then.
Good afternoon, Judge.
Good afternoon. We're on the record in 24 CCR 241-230 and 239-811, State of Texas versus Maya Faith Dokes. Just give the court an update.
Yes, sir, Your Honor. This case originally was filed in the 434th, and then it came to this court. I've spoken with Ms. Hicks a couple of weeks ago in regards to the complaining witness in this case, not wanting to press forward with these charges. I think that she has tried to reach out to him, she being the prosecutor. I'm not sure if she's had an opportunity to speak with him as of today. And so I'm waiting to speak with Ms. Hicks to see what has transpired between her and me.
Your Honor, the Ms. Hicks has reached out to the complaining witness and was able to get a partial RIP call done. However, she was unable to complete the RIP call, so she will be attempting to reach out to him again over the coming week. And then once she has thoroughly spoken to the victim, we'll be relaying an offer.
Okay.
She also recommended that you may want to put together some mitigation materials.
We're working on it.
While we do that.
All right, thank you for the update. You and your client are free to go. Let's see here. Your next date is April 24th. It's on the docket control order.
Thank you, Judge.
Mr. Fadden in there. Miss Rice in there. Bring her in. Miss Rice, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
All right, Mr. Rice, your attorney notified the court that he will not be appearing today. Thus, I am passing your hearing.
So what does that mean? I'm sorry, my son just woke up from a nap. It's okay.
Okay, I'll repeat that. Your attorney, Mr. Fadden, notified the court that he will not be appearing today.
Okay.
Because he is not appearing, I am passing your hearing. You're free to go.
Okay, so what does that mean? Just come to court again on the 4th?
Your next court setting is April 4th.
Okay, thank you.
All right.
Bye, Dad. No. Shh. Thank you.
Kimball. Kimball. His audio is not connected. We're on the record, 19 CCR 213-774, State of Texas versus Trevor Marquis Kimball. Mr. Gonzalez, would you care to give the court an update? Oh, I'm sorry. I've still got your name on here. Let's see. All right. I don't see anything.
The last time when I had Mr. Kimball, I was given all the discovery, and I believe someone else substituted in after.
Mr. Kimball, who's your attorney?
I know for Fort Bend, it was Mr. Ralph at one point in time, but I know when I went to Harris County, Mr. Justin was my attorney.
So if anything, Judge, but if I have to proceed forward with him, we'll just get with the state again and move forward.
All right, Ralph. So here's what I've got. On January 13th, he appeared on his, looks like a motion to revoke. I still show you as the attorney of record on this case. I don't have anything in the case file. And that's fine if he wants to sub in, but I need something.
I'm back on it, I'll just proceed with it.
All right, Mr. Kimball, here's what we're going to do. We're going to essentially pass your hearing today so we can get this whole attorney thing figured out. And Mr. Gonzalez, if this other attorney doesn't substitute in, he will represent you in this matter.
Okay.
All right, you're free to go.
Okay, thank you, sir.
It's simple.
April 4th.
On Kimball, check with Sarah. I'm already out of that screen, so.
Judge, I'm trying to get on.
Sorry, Mr. Hunter?
I'm trying to get it on, and for some reason, like you've had, yeah, okay, there it goes. I'm trying to get it on. Can you hear me and see me, Judge?
Yes. All right, we're on the record, 24 CCR 239914, State of Texas versus Evan McKinley Burrell. Mr. Hunter, why don't you give the court an update?
The state has made an offer. I need to convey it to my client. I think that we're going to be working this case out fairly shortly, Judge.
All right, prior to the next setting on April 22nd?
Yes, sir. That would be the plan.
Very good. Thank you for the update, Mr. Hunter. You and your client are free to go.
Thank you, Judge. Bye.
Looks like he's still on the case. Skip him, we'll go to the next. Is Mr. Flores here? Because Mr. Franco is not going to appear. He's at the doctor's office, right? He's not here. Okay. Next case, Craven. Is that the one where Mr. Torres will not be here because he's here? Okay. I gotta say something. I noticed y'all sent a Brady notice on this case.
Yes, sir.
Hold on. But there was another case earlier where there was a letter, an email from Missouri City PD where the exact same thing occurred in that case, but there was no Brady notice in that one. It's where the evidence room was flooded.
Yes, sir. That was.
There was another case. Go back through the docket, look at them. There's another one where there's an email from MCPD indicating that the evidence was destroyed in that case. So you might want to put a Brady notice out on that
Understood, Your
case.
Honor. Thank you.
All right, Mr. Torres, let's get your client fully connected.
Yes, sir, Judge. And just so you understand, Mr. Craven had his psych eval scheduled for exactly the same time. So with the yes, sir. So with the assistance of his mom, I told his mom not to cancel the psych eval because, of course, that would put us behind here. So
no, I'd rather him get that done than have this status hearing. So,
but I did talk to his mom. She called me, I don't know, 20 minutes ago and just confirmed that she was in the right place. I says, yes, ma'am, stay connected.
He's on here. His video's not on and his audio is not connected.
Okay.
I don't know if you can see him or not.
I can't, Judge. I just see the name on the screen.
Yeah, he's partially connected. I just need him to fully connect with his video and audio.
Yeah.
If he's in the middle of a eval right now, here we go.
There we go.
Hi, Judge.
Hello. All right, we're on the record in 24 CCR 239017 and 239093. State of Texas versus Donald Craven. Mr. Torres.
Thank you, Judge. As you began with, we have received 2 Brady notices with regard to both cases here. Of course, the DA's office will have to, I guess, keep me posted on that. I do have evidence on the 239017 case. I believe I do not have any evidence on the 239093 case. So he's got 2 cases.
Have we not? Yeah, I'm aware of that. Have we not done a discovery compliance on the 093 case?
Judge, if we, I don't recall. Yeah,
No.
yeah.
There has not been one. So Sarah just informed me that the 093 was just recently filed. In fact, I was in court 3, I think, originally it's been transferred to my court.
Yes, sir. So, Judge, I need discovery on that one. And then, like I mentioned earlier, Mr. Craven was set to do this psych eval right now. They may be in the doctor's office. I'm not sure, but that's another component of the case that we need to kind of put to bed before we move forward.
There's no DC on the 093 case. But his next setting status on 422. So, Mr. Torres, can I get you and your client to come in to sign a docket control order on the 093 case? We'll make the dates the same, although I'll also give you a discovery compliance date on the 093 case as well. Probably March 26th, but can you come in maybe the next 2 Fridays, one of those 2 dates?
Yes, sir, Judge. I'm going to be there this Friday, but I can probably make it happen. Mr. Craven and Miss Mudd, are y'all able to come to court this Friday morning?
No.
Okay.
It's very difficult for me. I'm a teacher and I had to leave early today and it's really difficult for me. And I'm trying to help him, but my only next available day will be spring break weekend from the 10th through 14th.
Okay.
I mean, that's fine. We could do it on the 14th. I've got a handle on him. He's showing up to court. We can have him come in on the 14th. Then we're going to have a discovery compliance hearing so we can get this discovery issue out of the way.
So what is that?
But if we set him for the 14th to come in on a Friday, excuse me, but then we have another date on the 26th. Can you have discovery done by then?
Yes, Your Honor. And for the record, my understanding is everything has been shared as far as Odyssey is concerned. I would have to double check as far as Polaris, which is Missouri City's video sharing. And I also see that there's a CD attached to the case. I know for a fact that has not been shared, but everything else I'm confident I think has been shared.
Well, maybe we can get discovery done on the 14th as well.
Okay, Judge, what time would you like us there?
I'll come in at 9. And we'll
9,
do
okay.
We'll get it knocked out and done.
Okay, Ms. Mudd, did you hear that?
Right,
We may have lost them, Judge, but I can call them and follow up.
Okay, thank you.
okay.
And Judge,
Thank you, Torres.
and I guess once I'll get confirmation that the psych eval did indeed happen today, and then I'm sure you'll have to, I guess, authorize that it be released afterwards.
I'll take care of it once I get it.
Okay, yes, sir.
You'll get a copy.
Yes, sir. Okay.
All right, thank you for the update. You and your client are free to go.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Thank you.
There you go.
Souza. And then let's go back to the top of the docket. We'll figure out who's here, who's not, and do bond forfeitures as well. Mr. Souza? Can you hear me? Yes, I can hear you.
Okay,
Mr.
great.
Souza, the court has been informed that your attorney, Mr. Daniel Lazarine, is in trial in another court and will be unable to appear today. As a
Yes, sir. I
result of
was,
that-
I was made aware, yes.
Okay, as a result of that, I am passing today's hearing. Your next court setting is on May 22nd at 9 a.m. It is an in-person setting in my courtroom.
Okay, okay, so this is Christopher Morales' courtroom?
County Court of Law number 1 in Fort Bend County.
Okay, so on May 21st at what time?
9 a.m. May
Perfect. Thank you,
22nd.
sir.
22nd, not the 21st.
Oh, the 22nd at 9 a.m. Okay, I got it.
All right, you're free to go.
All right, thank you, sir. Bye-bye.
Let's go back to the top of the docket. We'll deal with Martinez.
Yes, Your Honor, at this time state would move for bond.
Hold on.
Sorry, Your Honor.
He's here.
I'm here.
Excuse me, Your Honor, John McGee's here.
Mr. Gonzalez, what case are you waiting on?
When is my client gonna come in, and we're gonna bring in a bill of sale for the vehicle that we bought, they had bad license plates on. But I need to talk to the prosecutors, because of the fact that on Thursday, I'm in vet court, and I have three trials at the same time.
Oh,
So I'm trying to clear up.
so you're just waiting for them. Okay. All right, Mr. Zuniga, I need your client to turn his camera on. Mr. Martinez.
Armando, can you turn your camera on? There we go.
There we go. All right, we're on the record in 24 CCR 240-281, State of Texas versus Armando Martinez. Mr. Zuniga, would you care to give the court an update on this case?
Of course, Judge. So in this case, we received all discovery. I've been in communication with the state about an offer. They've made an offer on this case. It's not one that my client is going to accept. So at this time, I'm working with my client to gather some litigation materials to submit to the state for potentially PTI consideration or a better offer. So we need some more time to gather those and submit those.
All right, next court setting is on April 24th. It's another status docket.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you for the update. You and your client are free to go. Reyes. Mr. Reyes.
Hello, how are you?
Will your attorney be joining us today?
He should be joining us.
He is not present.
He's not?
No, he is not.
All right, let me see if I can contact him real quick.
We'll come back to you. We're going to put you back in the waiting room.
Okay, thank you so much.
Egbuna. And Kiana is not present. Santos Flores in there. All right, well, Santos Flores is not present. Do I have a motion?
Yes, Your Honor, it's time the state moves for bond forfeiture.
Bailiff.
No answer at 3:43, Judge.
Thank you.
Your Honor, the current bond was set at $5,000 on, I think that's the 8th of November of 2023. All current bond conditions are acceptable to the state, Your Honor.
Okay. New bond set at $15,000. All bond conditions issued on November 8, 2023 shall remain in place.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Go back to Mr. Reyes. Leave Mr. Egbuna in there. Let's see if he connects at some point. Mr. Reyes, you there? You need to unmute yourself.
Yes, sir, I am. How are you, Your Honor?
I'm good. Is your attorney going to join us?
He says he is stuck in Cancun. He did message the representative to let them know that he cannot connect to the Wi-Fi.
I'm passing your hearing for today. Your next
Okay.
court sitting is on April 24th.
Okay, April 24th. Is that the same time as what I have on my sheet?
Yes, it is.
Okay. Thank you so much, Your Honor. I appreciate that.
Yep.
Enjoy your day.
What do you want to do with Mr. Agbuna, considering he is not connected at all?
State moves for bond forfeiture.
Bailiff.
I'll enter at 3:49.
What was your last name again? Keck?
Mm-hmm.
Spell that again.
Keck.
Thank you. Mr. Agbuna has a $20,000 bond currently.
Yes, Your Honor. The case, it was magistrated as an ag assault with a deadly weapon. It does actually fit into that class. However, it was changed by the intake prosecutor to be a terroristic threat.
$30,000. I assume he has quite a few bond conditions that go along with that.
Sure. Let me pull them up.
You want all the bond conditions issued on September 24th of 2023 to remain in place?
Yes, Your Honor.
So granted.
Bailiff, what time was the name call? 3:41.
Okay, that concludes docket